What's up, YouTube? I want to share something that I think we all need to hear once in a while, which is we cannot be at the same level every week. And at first, it might seem a little intense, but let me explain. Think about this. Every week presents us some new opportunities, a fresh state where we can grow, learn, and work towards our goals that we have created for ourselves, our families, our future families, but families in general. But the thing is, if we are standing on the same grounds week after week, making no progress towards our goals, getting into indulgence, attaching to vices of smoking, drinking, and jerking off, then we are not leveling up. And let me share something from my own life. Maybe you can relate. So, when I started my fitness journey, I was seeing a lot of momentum. I was working out 5 times a week, doing stretching on my rest days. I was crushing my workouts, eating right, and I saw the results fast. First, because I am a type of guy that can change his lifestyle in an instant. I just need to know that this thing is good for me, such as health and fitness, and this thing is bad for me, such as smoking and indulgence in vices. And once I knew that, I eliminated all the bad habits from my life and introduced good habits such as eating home cooked meals, workouts, and prioritizing my sleep into my life, which given me fast results and converted me from tall, skinny, and ugly too handsome and a little bit muscular, I would say. But after a while, I hit a plateau. It felt like I'm doing all the right things but wasn't seeing the gains anymore. I felt like being tired most of the time, and let me tell you, it was frustrating. But in reality, that plateau was a part of the process, which I realized late. It wasn't a sign that I have failed or I need to give up. It was a sign that I need to change something, which was my nutrition. Because I found that I'm not eating enough carbohydrates, which are mainly responsible to give me the energy to keep up with the fast paced lifestyle that we all have in this day and age, especially here at the West. And that's also when I realized that leveling up isn't about just pushing harder, it's about making progress, staying consistent, and making sure that we are reflecting, adjusting, and learning. And leveling up each week is essential for continuous growth. We don't want to be at the same level the next week as we are on this week. Think of a river. If it's running, it's fresh. If it is stagnant, it's dull. And I don't want to be a dull. Do you? I don't think you do. And if you're still here, it means that you have understood the importance of leveling up every week. But how can we do that in a real and tangible way? So, here are the 8 actionable steps that I follow, and you can follow too right now in your life to ensure that you are leveling up week after week. Number one, reflect on your previous week. Reflect on your previous week. Do that. Before you start leveling up, you need to understand from where you are coming from. And the first step is to reflect on your past week. What worked well? What could have been better? Take 10 minutes, 20 minutes to reflect on those successes and those challenges. This will help you to understand where you are making progress and where you are lacking. And from then onwards, take 10 minutes on every Sunday to reflect on the past week and see what is working for you and what is not working for you. And based on those insight, plan the next week. Number two, set specific goals for the week. So once you have reflected, now is the time to create clear and specific goals for the week. And these goals should be achievable. So instead of creating woo-woo goals like I will be productive, create some specific goals like I will read 3 chapters of a book this week, or I will increase my bench press by 10 pounds. The more clear our goals are and more specific they are, it is easier to achieve them. Every week, write down at least one goal that you can accomplish. But if you're anything like me, ask yourself what can you do right now in the upcoming week that can lead you to achieve your long-term goal. And one of my long-term goal is to learn French language, and I'm keeping myself in check by learning it every week. Number three, expand your knowledge every week. And this is one of the most powerful ways to level up, to expand your knowledge every week. You can do that by reading books, listening to podcasts. So rather than swiping to those soft phones that you get at a click of a button, you know what I'm talking about. Listen to audiobooks. So commit to expanding your knowledge. It doesn't have to be something grandiose. It could be as simple as reading a chapter of a book or changing your approach in your fitness routine. By the way, if you want to learn about 5x5 workout routine, then click the link in the description. 5x5 routine is something that can make you strong and powerful. Number four, take action on one major task every week. And as I said earlier, one of my major tasks is to learn French language. I want to do that mainly because it will help me to get Canadian PR. And to accomplish that, I'm continuously working towards that and taking actions. such as solving grammar books, consuming French in different ways, and playing games such as Duolingo. So I invite you to do the same. Pick one major task that will help you to accomplish your long term goal and stick to it, stay consistent, and keep doing it unless you achieve it. Number five, track your progress. It is one of the most important steps in leveling up, which is to track your progress. And as Darren Hardy says, all winners are trackers. So start tracking. It's easy to get lost into the grind without knowing how far you have come. Tracking helps you to identify your wins, identify the area of improvements, and identify where you are struggling. I personally track my macros, my workouts, and the things that I've decided that I will track. So make tracking a habit, it will go a long way. Number six, challenge yourself physically and mentally. Are you challenging yourself physically? By working out, by eating right, by eliminating food that you know is bad for you and you shouldn't be eating. Are you challenging yourself mentally? By sticking to a sleeping routine, by socializing. And I know it's hard to get socialized in a real way in this day and age when we have phones in our pocket and we prefer to get real socialized on our phone rather than socializing with the person sitting next to us. I see this a lot at our workplace. Anyways, the point is to challenge yourself both physically and mentally. So the action for you will be to every week do something that pushes you to your limits both physically and mentally, because these challenges will help you to build a character and you will grow stronger every day and in every way. Number seven, prioritize rest and recovery. Now this one might surprise you, but rest is just as important as hustle because we cannot level up if we are burnt out. So take time every week to rest and recover. Your body and mind needs it. It can be either through sleep or it can be through stretching and yoga. And don't underestimate the power of yoga. Once you do it, you will understand what it means to breathe into your balls. This is interesting, isn't it? So try it. Number eight, stay consistent and build a routine. Finally, consistency is the secret to leveling up. It's not the last blow that broke the wood, but all the blows that came before it. So let's get consistent even when the things get tough. And because of the distractions that we have today, things are really tough to stay consistent. So I'm right there with you, but I know that we can get out of it and can do it. And that's all the steps that I think we need to follow every week to level up. If you think there are any more, then let me know down below in the comments. Until next time, take care. Done.